So the last one I did, well, what I've been talking about and trying to impress upon most of you is the process by which we reinforce positive and negative behavior and behavioral patterns. Now, there are some people who think that it's actually sad to consider humans in this light. So be it. It is sad. It is what's real. There is actually sad is of course an emotion that is subject to the ideas of the individual, and so if an individual wants to think it's sad, then there's probably not a lot that I can do to change their mind, nor would I want to try to change their mind. That is what they think. And so, or whatever, you know, bastardization of thinking uh, that exists is being used. Let's see now. So, yes, so what we have in essence, and we are individuals, we're not individuals really, we're interdependent on each other. There are some aspects of our lives where the elements of our dependence are is fairly invisible. In other parts of our lives, the dependence is more apparent and is more obvious. But we are all interdependent in one way or another. And our behavior, again, is in most part constructed by a process in which we receive a cue and we respond to that cue in anticipation of a certain reward. And that reward may be a negative reward and may be a positive reward. It just depends on the situation and how it's being done and who is manipulating the environment and how this is being processed. Now, a lot of this is there's no manipulation. We're just, you know, it's one of the things that I've mentioned, that life is like almost, if you want to think about the starting point in life, is when the toilet has been flushed, and here we are in the tank, and the little flapper has stopped, now clogging the gap where the water gets out, and the water starts to build. And let's say you're the first one out of the first drop that comes out and is actually captured and is part of that first group. Well, as the water comes out, you're going to be on the top. You're going to be on the top, but you're not on top of yourself. You're on top of a plane. So there's a ring. We are all part of this ring. All of us are part of this ring. So anyway, I was getting off track there. So when a person lives in this environment, a person can be stupid and can be functional. And by stupid, what I mean is that a person is able to ignore certain facts and sort of maintain basic operational matrices to function and to receive the rewards that are necessary in order to continue to survive. All of those things may not necessarily be true, but at the end of the day, what happens is that the person does get a reward and they live. And so upon that, they get this notion in their head that their particular lifestyle has been validated because they are able to survive an additional day. But see, the limits of their knowledge with regards to how interdependent they are and how separate they are and how much of what they accomplish is due to what they have done outside of simply the fact that they are in a network that gives them the opportunity to grow, provided they deliver the appropriate response to the stimulus that is being given to them. So if you are able to block out certain aspects of reality, if you say, well, LGBTQ people are evil, and you live in a community where everybody thinks the same thing, and you acquire personal wealth through the normal processes, because nobody on a day-to-day basis tries to judge you based on the fact that you're a bigot, then you keep continuing to rise. Now, if you're enabled with power at that point, you've accumulated the wealth to where the network feels that you would be a decent representative in the halls of Congress and legislature. Well, then that's where you go. Does it mean that you are actually that you are the appropriate person for the job? Of course not. By all means, it does not mean any of that, because we do know that it is possible to be ignorant and successful at the same time. You can be functionally illiterate, or be what a lot of people do. As a matter of fact, I think the statistic is either one, I have to look back again, 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 Americans, or I think it's 1 in 4 adult Americans, have a 5th grade functional literate capability. A 5th grade functional capability. That's not a whole hell of a lot. And if that's what you're coming into and making decisions with regards to existential decisions with regards to the standard of living of a larger group of people, well, that would seem to be like a very bad thing, don't you think? A person that is that stupid, that has that narrow of a perspective. But that is what is possible within the system, because people do get to positions that are positions that they do not merit, that they do not have the authority, and they do not have the capacity or the intellectual agility to manage the position, and more than just a sort of a hide behind a shield and push a pencil across a piece of paper. So anyway, just kind of wanted to get that out there again. The fact that there are decisions being made that go against the progressive human trend is a pushback from the stupid, primitive, superstitious people that have been enabled by this particular system to acquire positions of authority and positions of social responsibility, and they are now abusing those positions because yes, they are ignorant. Yes, they are shallow. Yes, they are short-sighted. Yes, they only think about certain things. That's my scree for the moment. Just remember that the past is an illusion and the present is confusion, but the future is your decision. Have a good one and be safe.